go.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. What's up?
Here we are, episode 4.
Yeah.
We're so excited.
Hopefully the mic sound better.
We hope the mics sound better. If not, let us know in the chats. We are still trying to figure everything out, but we are here and we have made it back with another episode. So today we have some exciting news, right, honey?
Yeah.
So we are going to be on HGTV. And our episode, we actually have an air date of House Hunters, and it's going to be on August 14th. And if you look at your screen, at the bottom of your screen, there is a countdown. So each week, as we get closer and closer to that date, you'll see that clock count down. We want you to be with us so that we can have this experience together. We're so excited, honey. Tell us what you think.
I'm upset that they canceled what's the name? Egypt and Mike.
They did. Married to Real Estate, which
Yeah.
was a show we wanted to be on that. Get a whole makeover. But we did our thing, honey, and they'll get to see. It was so much fun, so much fun. The other thing that we have that it is exciting is merchandise.
Oh yeah.
So we're making mugs. We're making tumblers.
Not we. I made them.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
We have merchandise, you guys. T-shirts, mugs, tumblers. Text us or DM us if you'd like to support us and if you'd like to get your merchandise.
What you have in your cup? Because I have coffee in mine.
Okay. So you remember
Fresh
last
beans.
episode
Not a
we
Keurig.
learned to mind our business, right? And drink our water. So we also have a giveaway. Honey, you want to show the giveaway that we're doing? You were not ready. And I'm not ready either. But if you are watching, if you like and subscribe, we have these beautiful crystals that we talked about. This comes from our BP 3D crystal line, and you can win a crystal of this size. It has a light, but I wasn't prepared to tell
Wait a minute. This size? This is
it this-
expensive.
Oh, this isn't the size?
No, expensive is subjective.
Okay.
No.
So you're going to get a crystal. We don't know. You send us the picture. It won't have Bob Marley in it, obviously. You're going to send us your
This is
picture.
just a sample.
And we are going to put your picture in this crystal.
Or
and
your
send
loved
it-
one picture.
Or your loved one, whomever you want.
Or your pet.
We don't judge. You can put whomever you want in this crystal. But we're going to give this away. So you have to watch. You have to watch so you can get details on the competition and how we're going to do that.
Not a competition.
It's not a competition. It's a giveaway. Okay. Keep on correcting me, honey. I don't mind at all. Okay. And he is killing me with this hat, you guys. Somebody must have told him that this hat was fabulous because he won't take it
You
off.
know, I had it in my closet for at least 2-3 years.
Okay.
It's time to pull it out.
We're pulling out things?
Yeah.
Okay. How deep in the closet are we going exactly?
Let's keep that moving.
Okay. All right. And then we have a special video for you guys at the end of the show. So you have to stay tuned so you can see that. Talk to us in the chat. We are here with you. We can see your comments. And we have a couple of friends already saying good evening. So good evening to you guys. Okay. So today's discussion, we are talking about
What's up, Paul? Who else is that? Tamara?
we passed the good evenings already. And
Henry.
Henry. Yes.
What's up, family?
So we're talking about Man in the Mirror.
Tommy's on too.
Okay.
Tommy's in Texas.
What's up, bro? That's what Tommy's saying. So we'll give you guys shout outs as we go. The topic, if he would let us stay on topic, is Man in the Mirror.
Is it?
Yes, that's the topic. See, and this
You
is,
picked that topic, right?
we picked the topic. It may have been a little more than me than you, but we did. And what we took this from was out of the headlines today because Tyler Perry, friend to the show, is in some hot water, right? And so we were thinking how miserable it must be to have to present yourself in one way and then live a life that is contrary to that. And so then you have the opportunity where these people can come out and then expose you which, we don't judge whatever Tyler Perry's doing. That's his business, but it must not feel good to live a lie. What do you think, honey?
I agree. Like, you are who you are when no one else is looking. That's who you are.
That's right.
But my take, and this is just my opinion means nothing with the Tyler Perry thing. So the young man that's accusing him of whatever he's accusing him, and I'm not justifying or condoning anything, but when it was time to leave the house, okay, y'all was drinking, why didn't you get an Uber or Lyft, go home so that you don't have to drive drunk? Why are you going to, you don't even know this man that well. Why are you going to take your clothes off and go in a bedroom and somebody that you don't know that well? And so you're setting yourself up because you already have an inkling what the deal is. You, come on, we ain't nobody stupid. So you already knew. So, and then why are you going to wait all this time and then try to come out the bag? Come on.
And you know what, honey? What I thought the timing was very interesting because, we had talked about on the first show, the movie Straw had come out. Tyler's on a High. It was a really, really, really good movie that really could warrant Oscar or Golden Globe awards. And it's very curious that this type of business will come out now. Now, again, all we have on this platform is our opinion. Nobody pays us for anything of our opinion. We're just speaking our opinion. And again, I just feel like we don't know what Tyler Perry is doing. We don't know his orientation or anything. But just to be able to live one way and then to hold something inside. Which also brings us to, and I think that another reason I wanted to get on this topic was social media presence, how you present yourself online even, because is anybody telling the truth anymore? Is anybody telling the truth anymore? Is what you see what you get? I don't
Not
think
with
so.
AI around.
What do you say?
Not with AI around. I mean,
and the filters, you guys. And I'm guilty because I use filters sometimes.
What kind of filters?
Like when you're taking photos. When you're taking photos, you put the filter on sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know why we do that, but we do. I don't know. Mm-hmm. So is what you're seeing what you're getting anyway? Are we all living a lie?
No, everybody's not living a lie. No, not at all.
You don't think so? You don't think on social media when people portray one way or... I had a girlfriend who once said, never let anybody see you down on social media. They should always be happy. You should always be posting something that's good. Never when you're in a bad mood should you post. And I do agree with that, but is that real? Right?
Right.
So people shouldn't see you struggle or see your true, genuine self.
I mean, they should. If you're transparent, people are supposed to help people. You're down on this earth not just for yourself. It's not just about you. You're supposed to help people. And you're here, especially church people will say, I don't need nobody else. It's just me and the Lord. Well, that's a lie. Because why he put you down here with all these other people? Stop it.
That's true. That's so true. Yeah, a lot of times what my sister used to always say, we're so heavenly bound, we're no earthly good. Like you're so saved that you can't do nothing to help the people down here, which is
because you're lazy and you don't want to do nothing. So you want to sit down and the Lord is just going to take over. He's going to do it all for me. But he gave you a brain, but you don't want to use it.
That's true. That is true. No, you have a point. I agree with that. And so how do you think people see you? And especially coming from, not personally, but as a musician type, when you're on stage and you're in front of thousands, how do you think people see you?
They see me. I really don't know what people perceive of me or how they view me, but I'm a transparent person. So, I am who I am. I'm a musician at heart. I do, other things because I get bored easy. So I have to always do something else. So
do you think what you see is what you get? Do people, when they see you, are they getting exactly who you are, or do you put on an air?
Well, obviously I can't jump out the box when I'm on a stage. I have to be.
Jump out the box.
Yeah, my personality or I have to be who I am in that setting. Like for instance, if I'm playing for Richard Smallwood it's not the same as me playing on a jazz gig.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I have to conform myself like to classical and it's a certain vibe that Richard gives off, but you're different
But
because
no. But that's the music you're talking about. I'm talking about who you are as a person. So, all right. So my example is: do you go to church and present a Bryant? Is there a church Bryant Pugh, and is there an at home Bryant Pugh? Is there a I'm with my friends Bryant Pugh? I see you, Perry. I see you, Janice. Hey, Janice. So when you're with your friend, with Kenny, your best friend, when you see your friends, are you a
Kenny. That's my homie. What's
yeah.
up, Kenny?
Right.
And my cousin Ruthie.
Yes. So are you the same?
Perry, what's
is
up?
everybody getting the same Bryant Pugh? Is the question.
Yeah, I am who I am. Yeah. I mean, of course, I gotta mix it up. You can't do everything that you're gonna do at home in front of everybody. I mean, there's different dimensions.
Now, see, that is where we disagree. That's where we disagree because I am who I am. Like, if you don't accept who I am,
you gonna drink what you drinking in this cup?
Excuse me.
At church.
But see, this is my business. This is my business. But you
just said
yes, and you're gonna get who you get. It's not. It's on
it's okay to drink wine as long as you don't get drunk.
Why would you guess what's in my cup? That's a you problem. My thing is that you get who you get because at the end of the day, where does it matter? Do I have to please the people? Do I have to please you, or do I have to please the Creator? Because He's seeing everything. So whether y'all see my cup, whether you see my cup, God sees my cup.
You have to choose the Creator first.
Yes.
Then you have to choose me.
I've already choose you, honey. But I think there is some truth to, not that you have to put on a different you don't have to be a different person, but I know the Bible says if what you're doing offends somebody, a new believer, then you should refrain from doing that.
Exactly.
And I get that part.
Especially if you're a babe in Christ.
I get that.
Because they can't handle it. Everybody can't handle everything.
Right. But I still feel like I'm the same person, whether I'm in church, whether I'm at work.
No, I disagree. Because when you're at work, you're a whole new different person.
That's not
your voice
true.
changed. You just a whole different person. And then as soon as you hang up from your Zoom, from your professional presentation, you turn into a completely different person, hollering around the house.
Nice. I feel very judged. This is supposed to be a non-judgmental space. I don't believe that. Am I?
Man in the mirror, woman in the mirror.
That's that part. But here's the thing. So whatever we're presenting out, God sees it, and God sees everything. So while people are looking at us on the outside, judging,
God looks
whether
at the
they
heart
judge or not, God looks at the heart. That's absolutely right.
So no matter what y'all say or how you may judge us, God looks at the heart.
That's right. And the other thing is that in Tyler Perry's case, because that's really where this discussion started around what he may or may not be doing, I feel like we owe it to ourselves, not to the public,
right.
We owe it to ourselves to be our own genuine self so that you can live a fulfilling life.
Right. I agree. How about Diddy?
No, not today. Not today, Satan. Not today.
All right, I'm going to just say this. Of course.
My God. He gave a little too much of himself.
People definitely should be held accountable for what they do. But the flip side is, a lot of times we're not fighting justice. We're fighting something else. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna paint a picture to make. What about all the good that somebody does? Nobody never talks about this. It's almost like the credit. It's almost like the credit system. You did all this good. You paid your bills on time. You did this, and then you make one hiccup, and then the consequences are way worse. No,
I agree, except what he did. I think
I'm not justifying what he did. I'm just saying that all the other the racketeering and the picture that they're trying to paint You know what I mean? I'm not talking about the
But are they
D's.
trying to paint the picture, or did he do the stuff?
No, I'm talking about that. Like they trying to make him out like a crime boss, like he's running this
Okay.
big organization. He ain't do that. He did what he did in house. It was terrible. He should be accountable for that. But they are painting a different picture, which means the consequences are going to be worse. But anyway, we can get off of
No,
that.
it's true. It's
My
true.
opinion means nothing.
Yeah, well, it's our opinion to have. I mean, everybody has an opinion, just like they have a. Okay, so that's our go at it. Do you have any last words? Anything else you want to say about how we present
No, because I don't
ourselves?
want people like throwing darts at me. Like
Why would they throw darts?
it's just an opinion, and my opinion again means nothing.
To
So
who?
to anybody that's watching,
Right, but we're just talking, so it's okay.
yeah, that's all we
That's
doing. We
okay.
talking. Y'all can chime in if you want.
Yeah, there were a couple of comments in the chat. So he's been the same. Oh, Brian has never. That's from Rob. He says Brian has never been different. He's always the same. So that's good. That
Who
means that
said
you're
that?
Robbie. So that means you're the same. I think Robbie allows other people to shine,
Oh,
even
thank
when
you,
he
Robbie.
really doesn't.
I try to be the same. I don't want to be no fraud.
And then Dennis says that's the world we live in. Bad news travel faster and then good news. It's true. It's true that bad news, once you do something, that's why I said this a guy is trying to overshadow. I feel like all the things that Tyler is doing, has done, and continues to do. Don't kill me, y'all, but it's similar to like Bill Cosby. Right? Sorry. No,
But
Bill Cosby, it
your
can.
sexual preference and what you do in the bedroom
It's your business.
that's your business. We don't judge nobody because I don't have no heaven or hell to put
Put
you in. So I
anybody
never
in.
judge anybody.
That's right,
Because
that's right.
no matter what kind of lifestyle you live in, you can be converted if you so desire, and you pray, God can step in and totally change that person, and it could be a person, better than you are. Everybody sins and everybody do stuff wrong.
Say that again, honey.
Everybody sins.
That's
Everybody
right.
do stuff wrong. You just haven't gotten caught with yours.
That's
But
right.
be very, very careful when
God sees
you
all.
point your finger at somebody, because that's why they say three fingers point back
Back
at you.
at you. That's
because
right.
you know nobody's perfect. And if you go to church, or even like I play for a church in Atlanta, and I have a choir and all that, and I always tell them, like, if you find the perfect choir, don't join it because you're gonna mess it up.
That's
Even the church, don't join because you are gonna mess it up.
That's right.
Because there is
That's right.
no perfect
person or no perfect
or no
church.
perfect church.
Yeah, we talked about that.
But we strive for perfection. We want to
do.
be better. We desire to be better.
We do, and it's a daily growth. It's a daily growth, and we had talked about the church being a hospital, and we had talked about that everybody in the hospital can't be sick. That there had to be at least some people that are leading and living. Okay, so
Or held to a higher standard. Like, you're a nurse, you work in a hospital, but you're
Yes.
held to a higher standard.
in the hospital,
Because your
that's
hands
right.
can't be dirty. Mine could be dirty if I'm a patient, but yours can't be dirty.
Oh, that's a good analogy, honey. That's right. No, that's true. Because when I'm caring for people, then that's true. So, what do you feel about pastors that are publicly shamed or caught in the public doing what do you think?
Pastors are human too.
That's right.
And
That's
pastors make they should be held accountable to a higher standard because you are a pastor. But pastors, and I'm not even gonna say mistakes because you know what you was doing. So it's a bad decision that
Yeah.
they make.
Yes.
And some of them get up in front of the pulpit and you have not studied. You haven't read the Bible about what you're talking. You're all over the place. You give a scripture and then you go off and you talk about something else, like it's confusing. But pastors make bad decisions as well.
They do. Unfortunately. But
And I can't sing about pastors because I know too much. So if I start singing, there's going to be some trouble.
No.
So this bird
Singing.
stays quiet. I don't,
No. All right, we might.
So, all right. Well, so here's the other thing.
Lord, yes.
When people decide they don't want to go to church or not, they're really lazy because they don't want to just get up.
Stop saying
But
lazy.
I'm
I
saying
don't
it.
think it's
I'm saying what
lazy.
I'm
People
saying
have
it.
opinions on church
But
because their heart was broken because
I know,
something
but when
happened there
when
in
you go
most
to church,
cases.
because they will say that this person is doing this and this person doing that, so I don't want to go to church because it's a whole bunch of hypocrites.
Dennis
It
said, sing, sing, sing,
it
Bryant.
it may be true, but you go to church to get what's good for you. You take the meat, you spit out the bones.
That's right.
So no matter what nobody else is doing, no matter what the pastor's doing with the money or all of that, God looks, if you believe in God, he looks at your heart. So when you give from your heart. No matter what this guy over, because again, nobody is right. So it's actually better that we have people come to church. You're a crackhead or you don't know nothing about God, but you have the desire. It's really good for them to come to church so that they can hear a word.
Right.
Because I know some of these saints been in church, and church is not really the topic, so we got to jump off.
I know.
But some of these saints been in the church for 60 years. And they doing the same thing. They ain't no better than nobody else. And you'll say, I don't like Kirk Franklin or blase, blase. But he brought people to Christ. How many people you brought to Christ?
Oh.
Nobody, because you so busy in your little circle and y'all arguing about what color flower we going to wear on a woman's anniversary and all this old foolishness. God don't care nothing about that.
How do we get?
You all dressed up, but in the inside,
he preaching. You preaching.
In the inside, you all mess. I'd rather go to church with some jeans and a t-shirt on, for real, and just be real minister.
Than be in a suit and be just as mean and crotchety.
Man,
just
that's another subject for another day.
The whole 3-piece suit, looking the part but not living the part. Okay, that's 3 or 4 other shows. Like, we can't do too much. It's only episode 4. My God. All right, are we done? You have any last words on the topic?
No.
Okay. So what I'm going to leave you with, and we touched on it a little bit, is this verse right here. It's from 1 Samuel 16 verses 7. And the Lord said to Samuel, do not consider the appearance of his height, for I have rejected him. He was talking about one of Jesse's son that Samuel was looking at to be the king when God sent Samuel to anoint David. And the Lord does not look at the things that people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. So again, if you present, whatever you do on social media, whatever you do in your bedroom, whatever you do when you go to work, whatever you do when whatever you present there, God knows the truth. Mm-hmm. God knows your heart. He knows what you're doing. He knows what's motivating you to do the things that you do. He knows if you're genuine. He knows if you're lying. And it doesn't matter what anybody else says or thinks, because we only have to answer to God.
Right.
All right.
That's correct.
So we're going to leave y'all with that. And we have a special video presentation for you. So stay right there.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
What?
So this clip that she's doing a great job with these cameras. She's moving cameras around, and
honey.
you got some production skills. Boy, they came up.
I'm trying.
So yeah, I'm just going through my old VCR tapes, and young people don't know what the VCR tapes is. So I got so much footage of so many different things, but I ran across this clip of when I was playing on the Bobby Jones show.
Yeah.
And my band, and I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna put this on there. So this is a blast from the past.
All right, here we go, you guys.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Bobby Jones Gospel. Yes, it's gospel music time. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord, into the house of the Lord to praise him. Our very special guest today includes none other than fantastic Mr. Bryant. Pugh.
Is with us tonight. He comes our way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, put your hands together for Mr. Bryant Pugh. Come on, give him a welcome.
Wasn't that tasteful? Brian Pugh! You blessed. Look at the people standing for you. A collection of 25.
Yeah.
Wow, that was great, honey. That was great. We had
Blast
some
on the past.
comments. Perry said that is actually one of the first songs that he learned from you.
Wade in the water.
Yes.
So yeah, if I was a slave, that's why God didn't put me back in that time. Because if I was a slave, I wouldn't be like having a bag of cotton, like
My
oh
God.
wait. No, I had to put some some spice on it. Master would have got mad, and I'd have been like, man, I ain't picking no cotton.
Help 'em.
Then I would have got on my BMW horse and sped off.
Not a BMW horse.
They would have killed me. That's why
Brian,
God
please.
didn't put me back in them
Help me.
times.
Help me, please. It's the hat.
Oh, so shout out to Nathaniel Nixon on bass. That's been my homie. He been ride or die with me. And Brian Moore, we call him Briz. So Brian Moore he left us. He went on to play with a whole bunch of stars and Christina Aguilera. So many. He's always playing on the BET Awards, and he's always doing something. I'm very, very proud of him. So Briz, thank you so much. But that was our humble beginnings. So thank you guys for watching. Before we sign off, do we have any more comments, honey?
Yes. Let's see. This is one of the first songs I learned from. Oh, that was Perry. Okay, we said that. And Tommy said he still listens to this on YouTube. That song.
Thank you, Tommy.
Bill says, "What up, cuz?"
Yeah.
A lot of family and friends in the comments.
Yeah, so we're going to keep getting stronger, y'all. Definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel, A Piece of Us. You got to put Bryant and Denisha in there or it won't come up because we only have, we just starting off, so we only have like
A few
36
more.
subscribers.
A few more than we had last week, we'll say.
So we need some more people to join the church. We got 36 members of the church. But
it's just 30 minutes on a Sunday.
13
what else
to
we
10.
doing? There's nothing on TV anymore, so come on and hang out with us. All right, and don't forget your merchandise. Cups and mugs and tumblers and t-shirts, so you can just sit on Sunday, sip whatever you want to sip in your cup. It's nobody's business. And just watch us and have a good time.
Absolutely.
Thank
Love
you
you guys.
for watching. See ya.